What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on this video, as you can see, we have to differentiate or find the derivative of the following function there, which is y is equal to 2x to the power of 3 divided by x minus 2 divided by x to the power of 1 over 3 minus 1 divided by 2x minus p divided by 2. So this is our function here. So as you can see now, we have fractions. So on this one, guys, we need to simplify first. And there is something that I would like to tell you before we start differentiating. Whenever you have to derive or differentiate, you need to make sure that your x's, they're not on the numerator. As you can see, we have x here, we have on the second term we have x to the power of 1 over 3, and we have 2x. So let's make sure that our x's are not on the numerator. So the best way of doing that is to take them to the denominator. So meaning we have to simplify this problem. But before I start doing it, I would say pause this and do it on your own, and let's see if you're gonna get the right answer. So if you're new to this channel, I've been making videos about trigonometry and limits and deriving from the first principle. You can go to the playlist and watch those videos. All right, so let's continue. But before we start, we need to simplify this. Remember, you really need to not to have the x's on the numerator. All right, so first, before you differentiate, let's simplify. But the first term, as you can see, we have 2x to the power of 3 divided by x, this x, and that 3 is gonna give us x to the power of 2. Remember, this is the same base, the exponent, they're gonna subtract each other. If the base are the same and they are dividing each other, the exponent, they're gonna subtract. So we have 3x minus 1, so this is going to give us 2x to the power of 2 to the power of 2x to the power of 2. All right, so we have to do the following. So the following here, the second term, we need to take this x. Remember, we have to make it the point that x is on the numerator all the time. So we need to take this x to the power of 1 over 3 to the numerator. So when we do that, we have to change the sign of the exponent. So it's going to be minus 1 over 3 because we took it to the numerator. So let's go to another term, which is the fourth term. Now here, be very careful guys, because majority of people, they take this 2 as well. Remember, we are not trying to find dy d2 or dy d constant. All we're trying to find is dy dx, so we only take that x to the numerator. So if we take that x to the numerator, it's going to be x to the power of -1 divided by 2. Remember guys, you leave the 2 alone. It's not part of x, so we don't need to take it up there. And then minus this one, we leave it like that because we do not have x here. So this is more like our constant. Even it is our constant, so you don't do anything here because there's no x here on this term. Now when it's like this, look, all our terms now, they have x's on the numerator and our constant as well. So when we differentiate now, we know that you have to write dy dx, right? Okay, now remember the formula. I did mention this formula on the video. Go and watch this video here guys, where I explain the application of the formula when we differentiate. So the formula is like this guys. Let me just, it's like this. It's gonna be d, it's gonna be y, and then you have x to the power of n, and then when you find your dy over dx, it's gonna be, and you multiply by the exponent, and then you say x minus you say x to the power of n minus 1, so that exponent is minus by 1. So this is the formula that you must use on each and every term guys here. All right, so let's continue. Now here we're gonna multiply. Remember, the meaning to write dy dx, you need to apply the formula. So here we're going to multiply by 2, so it's going to be 2 multiplied by 2 x. Now we have 2 minus 1, right? Remember, n minus 1. Right, so we come to this one here. So here on this one, we're going to multiply by negative 1 over 3. Remember, this is our n, as you can see, our n here. But do not forget that this is also multiplied by our negative 2. So this negative here is that 2. So it's fine if you can say 2. And then we say x, right? And then we say negative 1 over 3 minus 1. Okay, so we say that. Now we come to this one here. So this one you can say negative 1 multiplied by, remember this is our n, multiplied by x, and then we have negative 1 minus 1 divided by 2. This one here, remember guys, I told you if you don't have any x, this is a constant, so you can just write 0. Again, go and watch this video so that you can understand why we write 0. But if you want to continue, remember this is the same as x to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So you can do this way in terms of x, where you say your n now is 0, and then you're gonna have p over 2 multiply here, and then 0 multiplied by x to the power of 0 minus 1. But this stage is not necessary, guys. Everything here is going to give us 0. So we continue. As we continue here with our dy over dx, so this is going to give us 2 multiplied by 2 is going to give us 4, and then we have x to the power of 2 minus 1, which is going to give us 1. Now if we multiply by negative, multiply by negative 1 over 3, then we're going to have a positive answer there. Then we multiply throughout here, so the answer is going to be 2. Now let's see our x. Now if we say, take the calculator. Now if we say negative 1 over 3 minus 1, what is it that you're going to have there? Just be quick about it before so this is going to be, before we make any mistakes, so this is going to be negative 4 over 3. Don't forget we have over 3 here, so this is going to be 3. All right, now let's come to this one right here. So as you can see, this is negative multiplied by negative, this becomes positive, and then this becomes x to the power of negative 2, because we have negative minus negative 1, that is going to be negative 2, so we have 2 there. This one, remember, multiplied by 0, so this one's going to be 0. Right, so guys, if you don't understand the last term, I will advise you to go and watch the video on the icon there. Now if you continue, this is going to look like this. Now let's just simplify everything. Remember, make sure that you leave your answer in surd form. Surd, right? Surd form. Basically, surd form, it means in root form. So this one, there's no surd here. This is correct. So it's gonna be 4 x, and then this one you're gonna have plus. Now remember, we're gonna have 2 here. We have to take this x to the power of negative 4 over 3, because the exponent there is negative to the denominator, so it's going to be x to the power of positive now 4 over 3, right? And then this one as well, we have to take this x of x to the power of negative 2, and then we put it to the denominator, which is going to be x to the power of positive 2, because here in the numerator it was negative. Remember guys, when you take the base to the denominator from the numerator, the exponent changes the sign, right? And that one is 0. So the surd form, which is the final answer, is supposed to be dx dy. It's supposed to be, we have 4x here, and then we have plus 2 on the numerator, but on the denominator we have 3. So how do you write this in a surd form? So for the fact that we have the friction, or I mean the fraction as an exponent, we know that the denominator of this fraction is actually the root. So this is going to be the cubed root. Let me just write it very quick. Let me just do it very nicely so that I can be able to write 3 there. So this is going to be cubed root, and then that is going to be x to the power of 4, where the numerator of this expression here, of this fraction, is going to be the power. So this one here, it's fine like that. There is no fraction here, so this is going to be 1 over 2x squared. So guys, as you can see, this is not really much of a challenge as compared to the problems that we did here, guys. This is 3 marks. Remember guys, when you are solving this problem, remember that you need to make sure that on the numerators, when you simplify, you get rid of the x's on the numerator, you take them to the denominator. Then from there, that's when you can start differentiating from the standard form, or you can differentiate using your dy over dx using this formula here. So guys, if it so happen that you understand this and this helped you, do not forget to like and also comment if there was an easier way of doing this, and do not forget to share these videos to your friend, and also like the videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. There's more videos to come about this and more of the topics when it comes to maths. And as well, at the end of this video, there is a playlist. Go and watch that playlist based on this part of maths, if you want to understand from part 1 to part 3. This is part 3, by the way. Thank you very much guys for watching. Till next time, cheers.